Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're checking out Witcher 3 on the 7800 XT. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I want to show you something because it did take a minute for me to get this to actually be a stable experience. So if we go into display and I go down to just regular standard the regular standard resolution for this, I get these frame pacing issues throughout the game. So as you can see, every few seconds it does like a little like see my like 1% lows right there. Those lines, those like heartbeats. It's really like a heartbeat. Every heartbeat, like he'll be like, ooh, and it kind of stops a little bit. Well, I mean, that there pretty much happens like no matter what. But as I go back to options, and this was the only way that I could get rid of that, in display options, if I go to, I didn't try this one yet, but it seems to be okay at 1800p or whatever. So, okay, yeah. This one here is a lot better. You still get those, you see how it straightens right out? I can... So this card here does not want to run this game at 1440p without giving me those stutters. That's kind of weird. That's like, ooh. So this here's the lowest resolution that I can go to is the 13 by 1728 or whatever. So let's go ahead and reintroduce some of the other stuff that I had on there before. We'll go back into graphics and then we will see what ray tracing is going to look like on this with that, but we are going to go with the performance of ray trace global illumination, and we're going to see how that there works. So we're going to resume that. We are at FSR quality, so 45 out here in the wooded areas, well 40 FPS in the wooded areas. Because, yeah, we're going to have to use FSR no matter what when it comes to ray tracing on this card. But we are on the quality mode right now. We could probably try... let's see what balanced will do for us. Okay, graphics. If we take this to balanced, let's see how that is going to work out for us. So if we're at about 50-ish with FSR 2 quality on here at basically 1728p, because we're just getting the frame pacing if we go to 1440p on this game for some reason. Yeah. It's even worse at 1080p. So Witcher is not something that we're going to be able to play at 1440p without some sort of frame time issue. But with a VRR, well, with a FreeSync monitor, this here is actually just fine. This feels just fine to play. With all the ray tracing on. If you turn off ray tracing, the frame rate's a lot higher, almost 100 plus frame rate. If you go over to the DirectX 11 though, man, you probably get like a way better frame rate. Get over here into Novigrad. See what our frame rate does. See what our frame rate does. Yeah, it is gonna go. I'm assuming that you're probably gonna be around the 30s over here once we get into town. I mean, because that normally does hit it pretty hard. But yeah, you get your ray tracing and everything. You know, we could be outside in the wilderness or whatever. All right, let's see. Here we go.
We'll have order at last. Long live Radomir. Hail the mage hunters.
Wow. Dang, we're actually still holding pretty close to that original frame rate through here. That's pretty impressive. And overall village image quality looks very, very good. No, I'm not using no AMD's. I'm not using AMD's fluid motion frames either. This is still just on the regular driver, the newest drivers. Let's go up this way. This is where it usually tanks the frame rate, is right up here in City Square. Yeah, see, we're going down into the lower 40s now. Interesting. I'm actually quite surprised that this is running like this. I don't know if this game's had any updates since the last time I played it, so I'm not quite... Oh, no, that's what's wrong. I mean, that's what's different. I have that global illumination set to performance. It's something that I never really tried with the 7900 XT. If that'll save you like this much performance and keep this pretty close to 60 FPS with all the ray tracing on, it's not bad. I was expecting like 30 frames a second running through the city, so I mean, that's just being real. These games that are highly optimized for NVIDIA GPUs, they really do tend to not give you the best experience with RT on when it comes to AMD cards. They usually do struggle a bit more, but this here is actually playable. Let's get out here and look at some more water. Yeah, if the worst you got to worry about is dropping into like the 40s on this, that's not too bad. And then being able to get above 60 on in some areas, like look at this, we're at 70-ish. That to me is not that's not terrible to me. That is actually, I mean, we're not even like, we're punching above our 1440p right now with this card. By utilizing FSR quality and ray tracing. And I do kind of feel like, you know, if you're going to use ray tracing, that yeah, it is a must. Disabling ray tracing will get you significantly more performance out of this, and you can actually run this at 4K above 60. With this card, so that's not very bad. It is kind of weird that I'm getting that frame pacing issue though, with it being on 1440p. So the lowest you can go is like the 1728, depending on, you know, what type of performance you'd like to receive out of this experience, which isn't really a bad thing. So overall, yeah, this is a positive experience for The Witcher 3 out of this. I could easily play this game like this and be able to enjoy it. Visual quality looks stunning, even with the FSR 2.0 quality or balance. This looks pretty dang. This looks very nice. I mean, especially because you're using that down sampling from 1728p down to 1440p. That absolutely looks very, very good. It tightens up all the extra aliasing and all the other stuff that you'd be getting normally from like FSR, and it's doing a really good job on this. Really good job. This looks very, very nice, very clean. Not even getting like the stair stepping issue that you normally would get. I think this is a pretty good. I think this is a pretty good balance for this, to be completely honest with you. This just looks beautiful. Let's see if I can get it back down. Yeah, so right through here you're going to have in the 40s. That's probably the lowest you're going to get over here on this experience. And through here, we'll run out this way. So yeah, I mean, if you're running around town, you might have that, but I mean, you're not really doing a whole lot of action in the town, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. This is pretty impressive, though, for a $500 card. Run out this way. Let's get back over here into this like forest area and check this out a little bit. Okay, we're pushing, coming back up onto 60s. So we go over the bridge and we get some of that heavy vegetation in sight. Get out here a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a decent trade-off. I do. I think that's a pretty manageable way to play this game. 60 frames a second. You've got max quality settings on there. So let's just look at those real quick so you guys can see those settings, what we got set up. Alright, so, oh no, we want graphics first. So we got the ray tracing on, performance on the global illumination, all of that's on, FSR2 in balanced mode, dynamic resolution scaling is off, sharpening high, motion blur off, blur, bloom is on, depth of field on, chromatic aberration on, vignetting, light shafts, camera lens, effects, hairworks is off, number of background characters ultra plus, all of this stuff is ultra plus. Let's see hairworks. Gerald. Alright, let's try that. Alright, so that's going to take away a little bit of your frame rate. That's going to, just having hairworks on is going to knock you down 10 frames, it appears. So we will get rid of the hairworks. It's not, I mean, it looks cool, but I mean, taking down 10 frames, you need all the frames you can get on something like this, so that's a big no. Alright, display, like I said, we are at 1728p, max frames is 144, VSync is on. Let's turn VSync off, see if that helps with anything. Or maybe that was just over here. Wow. It just quit playing with everything. That was weird. It just quit playing. But I'll leave that in the video so that you guys can see. So yeah, I guess just playing with those settings as much as I was. You know, we're still kind of in the same area, so we'll just run around here for a second more. I see. Worked out just fine. Come back. Yeah, we were in the 2 those. Dang, I need to get my armor fixed. Just been making videos on this for the last while. Let's check out some of this beautiful ray tracing now. Beautiful ray tracing. You know what the funny thing is the ray tracing on this game actually looks pretty decent on the AMD graphics card. So it's like, oh wow. Oi, buddies. Ray tracing on here actually looks pretty decent when you have it enabled. So, alright my friends, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.